Namaste, everybody. This is Yin Yang in California with your Morsels of a Thought, number 1890. I am here in California at 5:10 or so a.m. every day currently, and we're about to go into daylight saving. I think it starts in 2 days. So today and tomorrow are the last days we'll be as comfortable as we are. Death rates go up in car accidents at this point of time. So we have to be careful driving. So go to sleep an hour earlier if you can help it. That is my 2 cents for you. Meantime, morsels of a thought. I want to bring you Brain Rescue by Dr. Brody Miller. Dr. Brody Miller is on Instagram, and you can find him there. And I'm going to read you this book, A 90-Day Blueprint to Reclaim Your Memory After a Brain Injury or Concussion. The title is Brain Rescue. Page 180, page 102. The dog learns, the bell alone, why this matters to you. Our brains, like Pavlov's dog, learn through patterns and associations. For example, after dealing with headaches after a concussion, you might feel stressed if you hear the word recovery. But by practicing positive techniques and affirmation, you can retrain your brain to associate recovery with feeling better. Check out the diagram below for more reference. The photo credit goes to TYONOTE. Now, here is a diagram that I showed you last week, and here it is again. Before conditioning, you've got the unconditioned stimulus and an unconditioned response, both which is salivation. That's before conditioning. And you've got a neutral stimulus, which is the bell, and no response. That's the normal thing beforehand. Then during conditioning, you've got the bell plus the conditioned stimulus, which is the food, and then an unconditioned response because the dog doesn't really know it yet. And then afterwards, pretty soon, the conditioned stimulus, which is the bell, after they take away the food, the dog will salivate at the sound of the bell because it was ringing every single time he had food before. So that's Pavlov's dog. If everybody remembers that, then we're all scientists. Our brains, like Pavlov's dog, learn through patterns. Okay. Anyway, taking action. 5 steps to activate the power of association in your recovery. Create a mind map. Visualize connections by drawing a mind map. Write down a central idea like recovery and branch out with associated memories, feelings, and experiences. This can help reinforce the connections in your mind. Number 2, link new information to personal stories. Whenever you learn something new, ask yourself how it relates to your own life. This could be a memory, an experience, or even a goal. For instance, if you learn about healthy eating, think back to a time when you felt great after a nutritious meal. Number 3, use visual aids. Incorporate images, symbols, or even objects that represent the ideas you want to remember. For example, place a picture of a balanced meal on your fridge as a reminder of your commitment to health. Number 4, practice positive affirmations. Reinforce your new associations with daily affirmations. If you're working on recovery, repeat phrases like, I am making progress every day, or I am resilient. These affirmations can help shift your mindset and strengthen your mental connections. I don't eat chocolate anymore because I am resilient. I eat less chocolate than before because I am making progress every day toward my weight loss or something. Surround yourself with supportive people. Seek out friends, family, or support groups that foster positive associations. Engaging with others who inspire you can enhance your belief in your ability to recover and thrive. Okay. So, the fourth step is I for intensity. Bruce Lee said, without intensity, passion fades. It's the driving force that fuels achievement. Intensity matters. Listen up. The fact that you are reading this book is an indication that you are a knowledge seeker. You've already taken the first step by admitting you need to change. That alone speaks volumes about your courage and willingness to grow. Change starts with a spark. Desire alone won't get you there. True transformation comes from consistent effort, focus, and yes, intensity. Intensity isn't about hoping for results or wishing your way out of your problems. It's about quitting the doubt, eliminating excuses, and creating the person you want to become. This is what Dr. Brody Miller says all the time. He says, create the person you want to become. Ask yourself what person you want to become. Ask yourself whom you want to become. Become who? Become who? Ask yourself who you want to become. If you want to evolve, here's what's important: showing up with your whole heart. Remember, discomfort and resistance isn't always something to fear. They can be signs that you are stretching and growing. When things get tough, and they will, that can be a sign to lean in. Push gently past your limits to find strength you didn't know you had. The journey isn't about pushing yourself past your limits or, quote, toughing it out. It's about, end quote, it's about trusting. It's about building trust within yourself and proving that you can rise to the challenge. Rising to the challenge. That's a big one. Rise to the challenge. Rise to the challenge. Always, always. Rise to the challenge. And I had to put this over in the middle. Da 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 da. If I were dancing in the streets, I would be making a video of myself. But we are making a video about Dr. Brody Miller's book, Brain Rescue. I wanted to say Brian Rescue because when I see it backwards in the, yeah, never mind. A 90-day blueprint to reclaim your memory after a brain injury or concussion. So, this is a book. This is a really good book. The way he has it, I've written it out on scratch paper. And if you want to see my scratch paper, I'll show it to you again. Where is it? It's around here somewhere. And it's basically this whole diagram where you say rebound. You see that on the left side? There's a column rebound. Here, hold on a second. I gotta get this string up. Okay, so right now, where are we? We are in I for intensity in, there we go. Green, 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 green. We are in I for intensity. So these are different words that we came up with. Dr. Brody came up with. I'm just coming up with the drawing, the horrible drawing. I think it's terrible. I mean, it's written now, but oh, where's the blue? Where is the blue? I don't see the blue anywhere. Okay, I is for intensity. We're on I right now. Okay, so we've got the whole thing rebound, which is the book. Okay, we've got R becoming refocus, and these are things we need: rest, exercise, fuel, observe, consistency, understand, supplementation. We talked about those things. We read through it. There's experience, there's nitric oxide, there is gratitude, There is anterior cingulate cortex, which is a part of the brain that we discussed. The G is for gamify it, and E is for energy. I haven't written down these first, but we have all these. This is the rest of the book. As you can see, we're going to have more factors to consider. This is how many factors you have to consider in your recovery. And you have to rebound, rebound. You've got all these things to do. Okay? So I'm putting this away for this. I'm putting the drawing away. Fourth step is I for intensity. Okay. Where are we? It's about quitting the doubt, eliminating excuses, and creating the person you want to become. If you want to evolve, here's what's important: showing up with your whole heart. Remember, discomfort and resistance isn't always about discomfort and resistance isn't always something to fear. In fact, they can be signs that you are stretching and growing. When things get tough, and they will, that can be a sign to lean in. Push gently past your limits to find strength that you didn't know you had. The journey isn't about pushing yourself past your limits or, quote, toughing it out, end quote. It's about building trust within yourself and proving that you can rise to the challenge. So take a deep breath. When you feel the challenge, when your mind tells you to stop, that's the moment to dig a little deeper. That's when you prove to yourself that you're stronger than you thought. A true warrior with a capital W. The intensity science. Now, let's peel back the neuroscience behind intensity. Your brain responds to high energy, emotionally charged experiences. When you learn something with intensity, whether it's pushing yourself in a tough workout or diving into an exciting new challenge, it leaves a deeper mark. I'll tell you about a deeper mark, okay, in a minute. The emotional energy activates your amygdala, strengthening the memory. So, if you're trying to make something unforgettable, don't just go through the motions, pour your energy into it. Treat each practice like you're going for a win, not just putting in time. This turns ordinary learning into extraordinary progress. When you crank up the intensity, your brain is firing on all cylinders. The prefrontal cortex acts as your game day coach, keeping your decisions sharp and focused, while the anterior cingulate cortex drives your determination to push through tough moments. The parietal cortex heightens your awareness, filtering out distractions, with the thalamus acting as your brain's bouncer, letting only the most important signals through. The basal ganglia pumps out dopamine and motivating you to keep grinding, and the amygdala channels your emotions into fuel, turning fear into focus. Your hippocampus strengthens your memory, locking in lessons learned from intense experiences, while the insula, in Latin that means island, while the insula connects feelings to attention, helping you tune into your body's signals. Finally, the cerebellum fine tunes your movements and thoughts, ensuring precision in everything you do. So when you bring the heat, you're not just working hard, you're transforming your brain into the dream team ready to conquer the challenge. Okay, David Lieberman, there's a quote in the next section. Novelty is the mother of attraction. It stimulates us, intrigues us, and draws us in. Now, hold on a second. Hold on a second. I have to lean over and get another book. Okay, hold on. Oh, no, I can't reach it. Never mind. Anyway, so the author works together with another author, and he has a course, the Rebound Community Course. It's $179 a month. It is really, really a powerhouse of information between this book and I'm trying to reach it, man. Oh, yeah. Got it. Okay, got it. Now, reel up the crank and go, okay, crank up the ropes. All right. I'm not that heavy. Okay, this book and this book. These guys are partners in a course called the Rebound Community. This man had this man has written a book named Feed a Brain, Nutrition for Optimal Brain Function and Repair. So they're both working on repairing the brain, and they both know hell of a lots of things about the brain. They can tell you every single section of the brain that does every single thing that you need to do, that you also need to process and do. In other words, what you need to do, and then what your entire algorithm is going to be. So these two guys are a powerhouse of information on Tuesdays and Saturdays. Tuesday mornings at 11 a.m. Eastern time, and Saturdays at noon Eastern time. So these two guys, Calvin Ballister and Dr. Brody Miller. Calvin Ballister had a coma. He was in a coma for a long time, and he had fallen from a brick building, fallen really hard on his head, and he had been in a coma. Oh my God. Eesh, eesh, eesh. True warrior. Where am I? Oh, so the thing about the intense experience I had yesterday was going to court for a friend. I'm not a lawyer, and I showed up, and my friend showed up, and they were asking us whether we were the attorneys or something. We were both like apparently dressed like people who could have been attorneys, but we were dumb. We were the dumb ones. We were thinking, "Oh, yeah, we're the no, with the plaintiff or defendant. Which one are we?" And we had to go into mediation. And I'm not allowed to talk about what happened in mediation, but we went to mediation, and then we came out. It was an intense experience. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yikes. I mean, questions were asked and answers were given, and answers were the intense part because the answers were about things that were intense. So, I have to say that was an intense experience, and I will remember it for the rest of my life. Holy fuck. And and what was I saying? And I forgot what I was saying. Okay, that's what Dr. Birdie Bill is going to help me do. I am working on saccades. Do you remember how he said saccades? It's like I go like I have to have my thumb here and my other thumb here, and I have to look back and forth between them 20 times, and then I have to slowly. I don't know if I slowly move them or if I just move them, and then I do this saccades this way, and I've been doing it with the same lamp that's in front of me right now. And it's really, oops, here, it's really helpful. I mean, I have found that just doing it makes me calm down. It makes me feel like, okay, I'm doing something about saving my memory. I'm, I'm nobody's patient, but I'm being patient right now, learning about things like this. And so intensity, that was an intense experience I had yesterday. That's what I had. The fifth step is N for novelty in BRAIN. I'm going to circle that in a minute. I think I am. Circle, 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 circle. Ow! I hate it when I mark myself. I didn't hurt myself. I just marked myself. And that's my left hand. And I don't usually use anything in my left hand. Oh, mark myself again. Damn. Sorry, I didn't mean to cry like a baby. Sorry. Novelty. Time to go for novelty. Novelty is the mother of attraction. It stimulates us, intrigues us, and draws us in. David Lieberman. Novelty matters. Novelty means anything new to us. That can be as small as reading a new idea or as big as taking a life changing trip to Africa. Novelty keeps our brains excited. Oh my God, was my brain excited yesterday? Excuse me. So, novelty keeps our brains excited, sharp, and on our toes. It doesn't matter how big or small it is. What matters is that it shakes you out of your routine and gets those neurons firing. When you expose yourself to new experiences, your brain releases dopamine, the feel good neurotransmitter that also plays a massive role in learning and memory. Wow. Don't be boring. You want to remember something better? Do new things. When your brain associates a new experience with that rush of dopamine, it's like putting a neon sign in your memory. Remember this. This is especially important if you're dealing with memory issues after a concussion or brain injury. Yes, yes, yes. You've got to create new pathways. And novelty is your best tool for the job. So that means I've got to find new things to do every day and be creative. Be creative. So, what does that look like in practice? It means getting out of your comfort zone. Challenge yourself daily. Read that book you've been eyeing. Try a new workout routine or immerse yourself in a completely different culture. I've done that. Even the little things matter. Take a different route to work. Yes, yeah, keeps you awake. Learn a new recipe. Yes, except if you ruin the food. Or explore a hobby you've never considered. The goal is to keep your brain engaged and hungry for more. It's a powerful strategy for healing and growth. The more you feed your brain with new experiences, the more adaptable and resilient you become. You're not just surviving, you're actively thriving, transforming your challenges into strengths. So get out there, seek out novelty, embrace the new, unleash the full potential of your brain. This is your journey and you're the one in control. Make it count. Action step: explore a new commute. It's time to break the monotony. Take a different route to work today. Train, car, bus, it doesn't matter. Bonus points if you don't use GPS and use a good old-fashioned map. Thank you, J.R. Taylor. You're going to be sending me that atlas. I love you. This isn't just about getting from point A to B, which I'm going to do. You're firing up your parietal lobe, sharpening your mind and memory. Plus, you will get to see new things you haven't seen before. Now you've got the blueprint to sharpen your memory, and it's as simple as BRAIN: breathing, repetition, association, intensity, and novelty. Now it's time to take action. Start small, stay consistent, and let your brain's true potential explode. You've got this. Now I'm going to San Diego I'm going to drive to San Diego starting on March 22nd, and then on the 23rd I'll arrive. And then on the 24th through the 26th there is a 3-day conference called The Secret Knock. I have tickets. They are $1,000 a piece. And that's how much no, 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 don't talk about that. We'll talk about it later, but call me if you want, and I will put you in touch with, well, you know what? You'll get the ticket from me anyway. So uh give me a call. I'll talk to you later. Old Kinderhook.